Good afternoon to those who listen. It's May 11th, 2026. It's 4:27 p.m. And we just had another oil refinery that had an explosion and is on fire. Sinclair Oil in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So, in addition to the warehouses that have been on fire, we got oil refineries also. So if you remember, this is the warehouse fire tracker here, and it keeps track of all the warehouses, but it also keeps track of businesses and other like oil refineries also on there too. So since the last time I looked at this, I think it was 5 days ago, there's been an additional 11 fires. And I think it's 12 because they don't have this Tulsa, Oklahoma one on here. So I believe the 6th, which would have been this one down here, was the last one that made the 120. And since then, there's been 11, which is actually 12. So we got a police station, a business, coffee shop, destroyed a coffee shop. See, so now not all these are warehouses, but they're like businesses and I guess a police station too. Washington. We got an abandoned building. We got a warehouse here. We have, I noticed a lot of stuff, a lot of weird stuff is happening in New Jersey. A lot of things with planes too. So here's our oil refinery in Louisiana. We got industrial facility, recycling plant. We have, what is this, just a business? Business that was under construction. And there it is, confirmed arson. Arrest was made. And then an Amazon fulfillment center. And that's in Pennsylvania. And that was the 8th. So that was 3 days ago. And that we've heard about some of these Amazon fulfillment centers. That one was a big one. And then we got, what is that? Just a business. Oh, wow. Man arrested after barricading himself inside. Well, it looks like it was, he wanted to go up, he wanted to go down with the building. And then we got this commercial building in downtown LA. And then we got this Oklahoma one. We'll see if it comes up on here. So then going to the airlines, there's been a lot of weird stuff going on with airplanes lately. Now, this is a Frontier flight that was departing from Denver. We also had another Frontier flight from Denver where it ran over somebody, which I don't think it really ran over him. I think he was just sucked into the engine. Why in the world was somebody just walking? And it looked like I never saw the video. I just saw like still shots. I'm sure it was kind of graphic, so they didn't want to show it. But it looked like he was just leisurely walking on the runway. Who does that? So that was weird. And now we got another one where a gun was found inside of a flight. They're saying that it was possibly from a law enforcement officer that he just left it behind on a previous flight. So they had to re-screen everybody, and then it took so long that the pilots and the crew had to call it a day, I guess, and they had to be rerouted to another flight. But it's just weird, all these weird airline incidences. Here's one more terrible thing that just happened to some people, especially this woman here. This was the Frontier flight where the pedestrian was hit and everybody had to evacuate. Well, they were told, leave your things behind. It's an emergency, get off of the plane. But most of the people took their things with them. They got up into the overhead compartments, grabbed their stuff, and then slid down the thing, whatever it's called. I can't think of what the name of it is. The chute, the whatever. And most people took their things. Well, this woman listened to the rules, which I guess was the problem. She listened to what you were supposed to do, and she left her things behind, which she had a lot of things that she needed, necessities, medicine for her baby, and formula, stuff like that, and she left. So then she went from Michigan to LA, and then she was going back from LA back to Michigan. And so she got on a different flight because they connected everybody to the flight, but then she couldn't get her return flight because now she doesn't have her ID. And it was just a big, long thing that she had to go through with the airline. She talked to 9 different agents, and they all said, well, too bad. The best we can do is refund you $15. Wow. And then she would have to wait until her bags, all her things, arrived in LA, which said it wouldn't happen until May 12th, which is tomorrow. But, this has been going on for a few days. And so she can't rebook a flight until then. And then she has a special thing where she pays a subscription so that she can get cheaper flights. And right now there are no flights according in that program, so now she might be stuck there for a while and not able to get back home. So it's just amazing how things are. So I just kind of put this in here a little bit. It's like, the customer service for some of these things are really bad. And it's just sad that, people have to go through these kinds of things. We had a Delta worker, just a worker, cause of death identified. I guess I could click into this real fast. This was on the job, but it had nothing to do with being on the plane.
Thursday night of last week at Orlando International Airport. The Orange County Medical Examiner says Daniel Maldonado was killed. A small vehicle used to push and pull planes hit a passenger boarding bridge. His death has been ruled an accident. The cause of death was determined to be blunt impact injuries. The FAA says the investigation into the incident is ongoing.
Oh, I was just going to let you go, but now I found another one. Delta flight does a U-turn halfway across the Atlantic. Flight from Atlanta to Lagos. Turned back midway across the Atlantic, due to unspecified operational issue. Oh, that's terrible. So they were like halfway there. 8 hours, and then they went back. So that is... They went 8 hours and then went right back to Atlanta again. Wow, that's terrible. It just said it was an operational issue. Why didn't they divert to somewhere else? I don't know. Here's another airline. What is going on? British Airways. What? So all this reminds me of something. I had like a premonition. I don't know if it's a premonition. Just some weird thoughts just came into my head that said that 80% of all the flights will be either grounded, canceled, or people won't be able to afford them anymore. And 80% of normal flights will be not happening anymore by the end of July. Maybe that's what I got in my premonition was 80%, but maybe 75 to 80% of flights won't be happening because I'm thinking maybe it's just because people can't afford it. And, I know a lot of flights will probably be canceled due to the fuel shortage and the fuel surge in prices. So that's another thing that could stop flights too. And possibly the UFO disclosure, the alien disclosure, maybe that could stop flights also from happening. Just a lot of weird stuff going on. So I thought I would just do some reports on these warehouse fires, the oil refineries, and the airlines. Oh my. Thanks for watching. God bless.